Welcome. Happy New Year. The last day of 2020, the worst day in American and world history. The worst year, I should say. Not the worst day. That'd be kind of bad. Am I predicting something? I'm coming. Boom. Well, I gotta run. Okay, cool. Well, that happened. We're still here, hanging out, having fun. So, I believe I've already completed the daily challenges from yesterday. You see. But I am trying to level up. I'm level 1192. You understand? And 8 levels away from level, gosh darn, 1200. I don't know if I can make it to that before midnight. Hey there, Tanja. Hey there, Nikki. I don't think I can make it to 1200 before midnight. You think I can? Sure. There's all kinds of hours between now and then. You know what I mean? All kinds of hours. It's sort of ridiculous how many hours there are in the world. You know? But I think I need to get some, I need to get some berry mentats, you know? Son of a... Alright, so I think I'll go ahead and get some, I think it's possible. I think it's possible to yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's possible. Oh boy. Well, Nikki, yes, you hit rank 16 this season. That's cool. You're saying, should you slow down? I think it's important to slow down a bit. As long as you get your dailies and weeklies done, because it's going to be a long time before Season 4, and it's going to feel terrible. All my previous seasons, I rushed it, and then I'll just sit in there forever waiting for another season. It's terrible. Terrible, I say. So, as long as you get what you're supposed to get done. My problem is I missed a couple days. I missed a couple days because I was playing, you know, Cyberpunk a bit too much. A bit too much, but, you know, we're in the flim of it. Deep in the flim, and I had to continue. Okay? Deep in the flim flam. Okay. So, here we go. But as for your level, it gets worse and worse and worse. If you're level 440, it gets worse and worse and worse in terms of how much XP is needed. Just think of it, by the time you're 880, it'll be twice as much XP as now. That's how it works. There's a chart I mapped out. It's just zippity-doo-dah, linear, exponential, I don't know, flim-flam growth. But right now, I am making berry mentats. If I want to do a true XP run, I gotta use some lunch boxes. I have to make sure I get some squirrel. I have to make sure I use berry mentats. You see, being an herbivore is way easier to get XP because it's much easier to get yourself some brain bombs, for example, versus the broiled scorched beast brain. It's a lot harder. Main issue here, right now, actually, in this world, is the time of day. Right now, it's 6:22 p.m. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to come back to this portion because I have to do my berry mentats run at nighttime. Part of it. The problem is the firecracker berry, they're pretty impossible to see during sunset and sunrise, or the middle of the day. But they're really easy to see, the firecracker at least, during nighttime. The starlight berry is kind of indifferent. You can collect it during the day or night. The starlight berry, it's a bright yellow berry against a pinkish magenta leaf. So it's really easy to see no matter what time of day. There's a fine. A large gift. Fine. Hey there, bruh. I mean, essentially I can get a level an hour if I use my lunch boxes. But that's if I only do farming, and we don't want to see just farming. We want to see everything. Everything. Right? Here we go. We want to see everything. Here we go. My music was a bit loud, I'm sorry. I turned the music down. Also, I'm crafting some whiskey in the background. It's not gonna really help, but I don't know. See, if I'm in power armor, I'm missing out on 15 intelligence. But I feel like I can kill them faster and more consistently when I'm in power armor. You know what I mean? Either way, berry mentats is going to help with the +5 intelligence. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, there's squirrel here. Or rat stag. He bled to death. I don't know. Oh boy. It's still vaguely hard to see. Vaguely. Yo. Just getting my berries, which is good because by the time I'm done with this leg of the journey, it'll be nighttime. We can move on. We can move on. Yes, yes. Yes. Right on down the hill. Chicken. Nothing. There's not much along this journey here until past this train car. I still have 284 razor grain flour. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be just fine. Okay. See, I don't like to just farm XP the whole time. I think it's it makes the game seem boring if you just do the same stuff over and over again. Plus, I don't do the queen. You know, I don't go to other people's bombs. I feel like that's too easy. So I have to do a couple things. I have my ways. But whenever I actually try to get XP, then I do things a bit more repetitiously. It's a big old map with all kinds of stuff to do, and they made it where it's a bit more viable to get more XP. It's just about how much XP do you want. If you had full unyielding with +1 intelligence on each piece, and you ate a berry tap for the intelligence, and either brain bombs or broiled scorched beast brain for the intelligence there. If you had the egghead mutation, strange in numbers, and herd mentality on top of that, you know, then you're good to go. Of course, with inspirational. Now, I'm not sure whether or not inspirational stacks. Inspirational is the perk under charisma. Gives you +15 intelligence now. If you, I have it shared right now, as you see. Sometimes other people share it. I've tried to find out whether or not it does stack, but it's sort of iffy. I guess, like I said, it's, you can figure it out if you attack a bunch of enemies that are the same XP, and then you take it off, put it back on, and so forth. But either way, there's ways to get it. Not like it matters. It does really matter eventually, because I really need my every 5 levels. It matters for me. Every 5 levels it matters for me because of the perk packs. Because perk coins are hard to come by these days. You know what I mean? They're rough. The rough situation. Alright. Hey there, Matthew. Okay. Going back down. This is my little route for my berry mentats. Okay. I'm also collecting some snaptail reed for sugar. So I guess, you know, the first 2 hours will be spent preparing for the next 1,000,000 hours. I plan on staying awake all day here, or streaming all day, because this is the first stream of the day. I just sort of slept in a bit and got prepared. Normally I stream at, well, the timing of my streams rotate depending on whenever I wake up, and depending on if I push it further because of the time of day or the stream or whatever I'm doing in the game, I end up staying awake longer, whatever. And It's like a sleep debt that starts building up where I get more and more tired throughout the day because I haven't really slept. You know? And then you sometimes you get up because you gotta use the bathroom or something. You know? And you might be a little bit more awake, and then you start screaming. Or whatever. And that begins the day. Alright. Gonna run. See, it's getting darker. We're doing just fine. This session here takes a certain amount of time. The sun is still barely in the sky, but the stars are coming out. The crickets are alive and well. They're not cave crickets, so they're not the size of a moped. Collecting starlight berry from the creeper and the fire cap. Some snaptail. I plan to launch fireworks every hour. Yes. Starting at 5 a.m. Or, hey Cortana, when is sunrise?
Today, sunrise in Fresno is at 7:11 a.m.
So I guess starting at 7? That's a long time from now. It's 4:28 right now. Maybe, okay, starting at... Yeah, I got these fireworks here, you know? So, I'll just start at 5. I don't care about this. I do care about the sun deeply. But, that's a pretty late sunrise, isn't it? Isn't that a crazy late sunrise? 7 a.m.? Darn clocks need to be shifted back and forth. That's why we do this leap year garbage. Or the you know, daylight savings time. Okay, we're done. I went too far. Okay. So now we'll continue on with our Starlight Berry route up to the cabin. There's some honey here. And then I'll be going up to the Tyler County Fairgrounds, up and around to the Black Mountain Ordnance FlimFlam land. A couple other spots. A lot of times I don't use berry mint test because it obscures vision. It makes things look ugly and muddled. It kind of hides the geometry of the bad guy. It's like a slap in the face to the developers. A beautiful sheep squatch comes around the corner. It looks like a big old pink blob. Especially if the stream is making the game look really blurry.
Yeah.
Even worse.
They'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Shut up, beast. I want your honey. And then you got it hidden over here. Alright. Moving on down. Yes. Yes. I'm launching fireworks every hour, and I plan on staying live the whole time, I guess. 24 hours, I guess. Whatever. I plan on ending the stream after midnight. Of course, in 8-hour chunks. 8-hour chunks. Normally, I stream like 12 hours within a wake cycle. I do like an 8-hour stream and a 4-hour stream, or two 2-hour streams and an 8-hour stream, or whatever, but it equals out to about 12 hours. But sometimes I go further. The reason why I end it like that is because it's one thing to play a game, right? But, oh no, I shouldn't be here. I'm not taking over the workshop. What am I doing? I have to be able to talk, you know? Sometimes I want to still play whenever I'm done streaming. I was just too tired to still talk and describe what I'm doing. So, but I don't play. I don't play games when I'm not streaming. I'm here pretty much just for the Starlight Berry, so we'll go there just for that. I'm not looting the place. Even though I do check right over here for Alright, let's go. Right back here. Bam. I'll check inside of this building for a bobblehead, but it's not here. Got some lag going on. A couple more berries right here and there. Gotta run, run, run. Couple more down by the tree. Couple more down by the intersection. Hey there, Alborito. How's it going? While we're here, I guess I'll kill a Deathclaw. It'll help out later. Hello. Yeah. Whee. All right, we're going down to Black Mountain Ordnance Works. Black Mountain Ordnance Works. I'll say it, Black Mountain. Let's go slower. Click. Click. And click. Because of... Whoa, that person's name is... Instead of grape jelly, it's gape jelly. Isn't that a crazy name? Isn't it a funky name? Look. Right down there. Right above Butter Knifer. You got Butter Knifer and Gape Jelly. That's hilarious. Because I've never heard that before. It paints a toasty visual. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. And good stuff. You know that New Year's Eve, or whatever you want to call it, is the International Day of Staying Up Late. It's like where your parents let you stay up late, you know? Come on, everybody, let's stay up late. Okay, I have to... Fine. If that event is still going on by the time I'm done collecting the Starlight Berry, then I'll go ahead and do it. I'll catch the tail end and shoot some arrows for the treasury notes. My present to you is playing Fallout today and not Cyberpunk. That's a gift. I've chosen to not play Cyberpunk today. I heard there's all kinds of mods
Everything
available.
gets dampened this way.
And I would imagine that mods would save the game. That's an example of mod saving a game, to be honest, because I think the template is beautiful. Like, the city itself is great, but you could probably have some, you know, other garbage going on. Maybe there should be more enemies, you know? There's not enough enemies. I know it's realistic and everything, but then sometimes it's not realistic. Sometimes it's realistic and sometimes it's not. There's weird packs of people around every single corner, or there's nobody. I understand that in between the nobody areas there's soda machines and so forth, but you're running around wildly. There should be some other indicator of, hey, there's bad guys, besides taking notes of where the bad guys used to be. At first it lets you know. There's a blue icon here and there. As you get close, there's something happening. There should be more stuff happening. End up driving around. Hey there, Janky. Yeah, lunchboxes are pretty darn important. But they only last for an hour, so I'm not using it right now. I mean, because I'm just collecting. There's a couple enemies here and there, but it's sort of a waste. Alright, let's hurry up. Oh no, I missed it. I missed it by a second. That's okay. Let's go down and get my firecracker. That was just half of my route there. We're still going. Still going for some firecracker berry. I'm making some berry mentas right now. Ahoy hoy. Steve. Here you go. Free Zagnuts all around. Precious. You know, I should really be doing more VR. It's just such a horrible thing. You know? It's a great workout. It's a great workout because at least you're standing. Step one, you're standing. Right? Yeehaw.
Nice work. Sensors indicate the problem squatters have been removed.
It really is a good
Check in
workout
with me from
if you
time to
play
time.
with your heart
May
in
have
it.
additional assignments for
You
you
know?
to carry out.
Just imagine playing a video game like it's real, or you're in VR and you are acting like you're playing a normal video game, not like you're in VR. If you act like you're playing a video game, then you're doing all kinds of physically active combat gestures. You know, you're leaning, you're ducking, you're shooting wildly, you're shooting in front of you, then behind you, then sideways. It's a lot. Just imagine playing like a John Wick game where they gave you some pistols and some other garbage and it's like, go have at it, go kill the bad guys. Well, you could just stand there and just raise your arm up and shoot them and then drop your arm back down and just stand there. Or you could kind of lean into it a bit. You know, like Equilibrium with the gun katas. Gun martial arts. Somebody posted a video in the Gooboberti Collective Facebook group a while ago showing someone doing some weird, quick, close-range fire with a pistol. Like, pow, 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 pow. Just imagine doing that for 2 hours. It's a big workout. It's like a calisthenic workout or something. It's like intense yoga. It's like Taibo. I would compare it to Taibo or to Pilates or to, you know, CrossFit. I would compare it to CrossFit. You're not doing a pull-up, but neither are they, right? You know, you would do a burpee. A burpee is where you do a push-up and then you throw yourself up into the air with your arms up and above you. And then you go back down into a push-up and you keep on doing that. Like jumping all the way up and then back down, all the way up and back down. But they do it for like a couple minutes. You gotta do that off and on, randomly, on cue, otherwise you die in the game. So there's extra pressure. It's not like you're at the gym just working out. Imagine you're working out, and if you don't do it correctly, the whole world blows up. You know? Imagine you're lifting a weight, and if you don't do it at the right rate, then you know, the rockets will hit the building or something. So it makes you care a bit more. It's awesome. It's just like going hiking in the woods. Once you're in the woods, you have to still hike. You can't just stop playing the game. You have to still hike around and get between point A and point B and sleep for the night, so you have to make a tent. You know, it's not an option. You do it, otherwise bad things happen. You can't just do it lazily. Point is that VR is a great workout, and it's quite entertaining. The main issue here is the quality of the stream. That's the main issue here. I did in the past with a series of cameras. You know, you get a series of cameras all set up and everything. Right now I'm collecting firecracker berry and wild carrot flower. Series of cameras, some green screen, and you have at it. And it works out quite well sometimes. Quite well. It's just the contrast between the VR stream and the normal stream. I have to move the cameras back over, move the lights back over, move parts of the green screen back over, and everything's all backwards, crazy for a bit. It's just a big setup. It's kind of crazy. And then I end up not doing it for a long time, and then it starts collecting dust. But I think the future is going to be, you know, VR streaming. Just imagine this game doing VR streaming. And imagine, in order to run forward, you have to jog in place. Just imagine that. I did a bunch of Fallout 4 streams a long time ago, and Skyrim VR streams a long time ago, and part of it would include just jogging between point A and point B, down the road, through the mountains, you know? Or in Fallout, it involves moving between point A and point B, and it's actually pretty cool when you become over-encumbered. It turns into a hike in the woods. It's pretty cool. You know? And then melee combat is really exciting. And ranged combat is also respectable because you're actually shooting the gun. Especially with pistols or whatever, you're shooting, you know? It's respectable. Melee is respectable because it's sort of like martial arts. You have to block and hit and do your timing, and it's kind of weird, like a movie. So, yes. I think in the future it's all going to be about that. I also think that movies are going to become video games, basically. Or the line between movies and games will be completely gone, where movies are going to be virtual reality, semi-interactive experiences. They're going to be virtual reality, semi-interactive, and it's unavoidable. You know, even if it's, now move forward, oh no, look behind you, press the button, hurry up and push the button, oh no, you gotta push the button. You know, you're going to be a character in the movie, and then you're going to have your lines of dialogue, and boom, boom, boom. At that point, anybody watching that sort of stream, it'll be like you're watching a movie. Okay, I got my firecracker, I got my wild carrot flower, I got my starlight berry, I got my fire cap, I got my snaptail reed, and I'm going to go over here for a bit more wild carrot flower, and then we have to get our brain fungus. So I'll be stopping by, let's say, 3 locations to get brain fungus. The main issue here is I have to have enough brain fungus to cover both the mentats and berry mentats, so I have to have a lot. I have to have a lot. You don't need all this much, though. You don't need this much. You just need like 30 or 20 or something. Plus, ghouls tend to drop them on occasion, and you don't need to use berry mentats all the time. Sort of. It is +5 intelligence. A little bit. It's more noticeable whenever the enemies themselves have higher base XP. Of course, all the stuff stacks. See, me running around in power armor is a big sacrifice to XP gain. But, you know. There's a couple other plants around here. I'm not an herbivore, so I don't really need them. But there is some tarberry. Got some wild carrot flower, and we are done. There's stuff in the back, but I don't need it right now. So, I'm going to stop by a couple locations. Just a few. First, I'm going to stop by Hopewell Cave to collect a few more firecracker, a tiny portion of brain fungus, and to kill another Deathclaw. For the meat. Deathclaw Wellington. Sure. Don't you think for the for like the Deathclaw rug that you would need a Deathclaw hide as an ingredient? Like they have a Deathclaw skin rug. That guy drops a Deathclaw hide. Don't you think that? Good job, you have obtained the plan for a Deathclaw rug. Now go get yourself a hide. They drop randomly. You know? Also, just because you have the plan for a mounted head doesn't mean you get to mount it. It should be you have to go kill the thing and get the head. Which means the enemy has to be able to drop a head. You know? Collect. There should be a collect button on their head. Just like with frogs. Don't you think that head should have collects unless you blow up? Oh no, you shot the head. No, 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 don't shoot the head. I want to mount it. Oh no, you shot the head off. You blew up the head. Great. Now I have to go find another one. Right? Don't you think? Yeah, I really do think. Nikki. I know where there's tons of squirrel, but it's also the brain bombs. It's the brain bomb factor. It's a lot easier to get brain bombs up and running than the consistent source of Scorch Beast's brain. I mean, you can make a stack of brain bombs by just farming a bunch of sugar bombs, you know, but it's a Scorch Beast brain. You know what I mean? There are squirrels consistently at White Spring, plus there's a bunch of other random crater locations around the map. So that's not really a problem. I mean, it's sort of a problem, because sometimes those few squirrels that are there are bugged, or something. Or they're already dead or something. Or in the other spots, they're just not spawning. So, making cranberry relish is dramatically easier. And making brain bombs is dramatically easier and more reliable. But yes, I'm back to being a carnivore. Because of the melee damage. I sort of went from carnivore to herbivore to farm some XP during the double XP time. I was trying to get maximum effectiveness, but then I stayed that way as a challenge, like I mentioned earlier, just to give myself less damage so I could appreciate it. I could appreciate any increase. But now, you know, I think it's a good time to increase it after playing Cyberpunk for a while. need a lot of this garbage. See, at least with herbivore, if you don't have brain bombs, you can still make the brain fungus soup with this excess brain fungus. You ain't gonna scream at nobody. Thank you for your glowing meat, Sarah. Alright. I said I have to be careful because this guy's gonna kill me with that poison. I'm gonna be careful. It's not letting me, it wasn't letting me block there. It was sort of bugged out. Let's finish getting these brain funguses. Brain fungi. I felt a little weak. I still had super duper on. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. I feel like I'm going to be running low on my razor grain eventually as well. Yeah, I think I turned around there. But there's more bad guys in front of me. That was a good punch. That's good. Getting all low like. What in the world? What in the gosh darn G Willikers? You gotta shoot him right in the face. Alrighty. You are now the team leader. Congratulations. Oh boy. Yes, 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 no. Okay, we're all done here. Let's move on to the other spot. Oh yeah. Right over here. I cannot join in such festivities right now. Well, Mickey, even though fungus sometimes works for meat, I'm pretty sure that brain fungus soup doesn't do anything for carnivore. Pretty sure it's just for herbivore. Which is weird. A little consistency. Alright. It's funny, my perception's so low that the not even showing up as a red dot. The red dot. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a bunch of brain fungus down here. Oh, I can't see. I can't see. Oh, it's in the morning time. See, this is the worst time of day to collect certain crops. They really just blend in. And the sun comes laterally. Oh, baby. My little eyes. I can't see. Let's go back this way. Let the sun rise higher in the sky. That's why the very worst time of day. Now, see, the sun should be rising up steeply. With every second that I sip my coffee, the sun will be rising higher. Yeah. Oh boy. In 10 minutes, I have to launch some fireworks. Okay, there we go. Good, good, good.